What's going on?
Yeah.
So first, my sister specifically, and part of the one side of my family, luckily they are located in like western corner of Ukraine.
Oh, so they're far.
They're far, yeah.
Okay.
But she left to Kiev, from Kiev, in that last like 3-4 days.
Why?
Just because there's so much stuff going on in Kiev. It's just not safe.
Is there like any safe zones, or is
I would say like you can't consider anything safe at this point.
Yeah.
Ukraine.
You don't know what
The country's under
Yeah,
invasion.
there's a lot of stuff that you're in the news, like they're doing this, like, you know, ceasefire and stuff, but
Yeah.
just it's not really working. I mean,
So
they end up exploiting
she
it.
is moved to Kiev or
From
more
Kiev,
west?
From Kiev.
So she
more
originally
west.
lived in Kiev and then she
She
moved.
did, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. But so they have a lot of food down there.
Oh.
But people in Kiev, like a lot of the parts of Ukraine, they're running out of food because like I've seen videos of soldiers, I think Russian soldiers, robbing some of the grocery stores, and
Yeah.
you know, so it kind of depends on how good were you at preparing for this, like in the first few days, is what defines how much food people actually have left.
similar to like the beginning of coronavirus when people were like stocking up toilet paper and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of compare it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I feel
it's people are panicking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're panicking, so it's like but the difference is right now it's hard to supply food and
Yeah.
whatnot to Ukraine. That's the main challenge.
Yeah.
Getting stuff
and like
in
getting
there.
inside. Yeah. Because like Russia took the airspace, right?
No, it's just a no-fly zone, international no-fly
Yeah,
zone.
you can't
Yeah.
fly there. Yeah. So
Oh.
like,
There's no planes going around. If there are planes in the sky, it's fighter jets and stuff. So
emotionally, how do you feel? Like, I mean, being from a country, like if my country was getting invaded at the moment, you know, having family back there, sure, you're also stressing, and there's not much you can do about it as a person sitting in a different country. So,
well,
like,
I would
how do you-
disagree with that
why?
because Zelensky has said, "Hey, if you want to come to the country, I will give you arms."
Yeah,
I mean,
Have you thought
Yeah.
about that? Have you like be honest with me? Have you actually thought about it? Go in.
like the thought has come through my mind, but was more emotional
Right.
rather
Yeah.
than like an actual intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know that I do have that option, but I wouldn't go.
Yeah, you can just speak a little bit closer.
Oh
to the
yeah,
mic,
yeah, my bad.
It's all good.
But you know, to answer your question about like how it feels emotionally, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, because at first, you know, when you see everything happening,
Yeah.
you don't actually fully grasp what's going on, like the consequences, what people are going through. But then day by day, I started to realize, like every time I call my friends or text my family, they don't respond right away. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
chance.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
anxiety,
the
right?
emotion in those few moments. Hey,
Yeah,
wow.
because you don't know,
You
like.
don't know.
Right.
Because there's all these bombings and shootings. That's one part of it, but then the other part is, for example, my sister, we're working on getting her from Ukraine to Poland, and the difficult part, it's that, you know, she has to leave her husband in order to go.
Why?
Why
he has
can't
to
her
stay?
husband go? Is she-
It's full mobilization, which
Oh, the sanctions.
they've-
They're.
Damn.
What is that? What is the word for that? Conscription.
yeah. So anybody from 18 to 60
Oh,
has to
the-
participate in war.
Okay. If you're a
Wow.
man, right? Like, is that okay? So you have to stay there no matter what.
Exactly.
And you mentioned before we threw the cameras on that you were going to Warsaw pretty
Yep.
soon. Is that trying to meet up with your sister? Is that the reason you're going?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to Warsaw, Poland, this week. Well, whenever people are going to be watching, it's probably going to be a different week. But I'll be going within a week from now. And the intention is to help her to get from Ukraine to Warsaw with 2 kids, because, you know, she's never traveled by herself to a different country with 2 kids, having to leave your husband. There's like it's a lot of
much. Yeah, 100%.
it's
So-
a lot to handle.
Must be tough.
So
yeah.
when you land in Warsaw, I'm just confused because she's coming from Ukraine. Are you gonna go get her, or is she just gonna come across the border?
So she was going to be taking a bus to get across the border.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you're
okay.
gonna be waiting for her there.
Exactly.
Are there evacuation buses?
Some.
Okay.
But you know, it's really tricky because there's shootings, so sometimes they can't go. Like there's a lot of people wanting to get on those buses to
But-
cross the border, so it's very it's very high stress.
Yeah.
Does
Because
your
those
s-
are targets at the end of the
Have
day.
you
right?
have you guys seen pictures of people boarding the trains in Ukraine.
Yes,
Yeah.
packed.
It's packed.
It's
Yeah.
packed. Yeah, there was a lot of news about that, and people like even now, like I know it's kind of off topic, but even the racism still going on there with like people being colored
Yeah,
and
I
not being
saw
allowed.
that.
I was reading something about that.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
messed up to see something like that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Even.
Does your sister already have like housing arrangements for her in Warsaw?
Yeah, for the first 5 days she does, and then I'm gonna have to figure out the rest. Like once I
Oh.
land.
But is there a reason you can't bring her to Canada, or like you guys can't?
It's
Well,
difficult,
yeah,
you
it's
know. Like it's a process. It's a difficult process. However, right now has announced, they made an announcement that they're gonna make it easier for people to become refugees,
Right.
claim a refugee status in Canada.
Mhm.
So that's promising.
Oh, that's good to hear.
But the Polish people are very welcoming. There's like tons of them just offering their houses to house the refugees.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to it. Like Poland and Ukraine,
They're like
we aren't that different.